What's up, Sunday fam? We are back with Record of Youth episode 7 and 8. Let's talk about what happened with Hye Jun.
Yeah, just a little bit of a recap. Hye Jun is growing in popularity. His career is taking off. He's the new heartthrob of the town or the city or the country.
Yes,
he's got legions of fans swooning all over him. And the one question in my mind is how is this going to affect his relationship with JeungHa? How is this going to affect his relationship with JeungHa? How is this going to affect his relationship with JeungHa? But before we get to that, with his looming and growing popularity, there are still some people who have, this growing resentment.
Yeah, resentment for his, recent success, and I guess resentment for him or Hye Jun in this case, taking over or surpassing even them.
Yes, Heyo, I still feel like he's a dick. I don't know, I know that they're childhood friends and they grew up together with different circumstances. Hye Jun's a little bit more of the poorer side of the thing. And, the spoon or whatever, the golden spoon and the dirt spoon, right?
Yeah.
But I still feel like I'm holding on hope that Heyo, comes through. There was some genuine, he was protecting Hye Jun when, the ex-girlfriend came along and trying to keep her at bay, but that was kind of just an unstoppable force at that time. So she is also a dynamic that's probably going to mess things up a little bit.
Yeah, it's one of those characters that you're kind of rooting for to be at least very genuine at heart. But obviously, I get where you're coming from, how sometimes it could be construed in a way where his outer self is... or he's outwardly nice and outwardly supportive, but inwardly he's very jealous, very envious. And he hopes that people around him, especially Hye Jun, would fail so that he may succeed.
I think that it's there, when they were on the bridge saying goodbye to each other and Hye Jun just told him that he got the role in Gateway, he turned back around, he just had this look of resentment in his face. Is I don't know, man. I hope he comes through.
You can see a little hint in his facial features where he was kind of disingenuous with his congratulations, nice work, But then there's still these redeeming moments, like you mentioned, where they were celebrating at the restaurant. JeungHa was, inviting herself to the celebratory dinner, and Heyo, even though it was for the wrong reasons, right? It wasn't for Hye Jun. It was for JeungHa.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't want her to hurt JeungHa, and he's going to intercept it. Obviously wrong reasons, but a very nice gesture nonetheless.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm sure he's going to come through. He has to, right? He's a childhood buddy.
Yeah.
And so he just has to. But I just think that there's a snake there. There's a snake happening there. Speaking of snakes, the old agent Tae-soo, whatever his name is.
Tae-soo, yeah.
Tae-soo? Oh, I got it right. I'm just so happy that, they are finding some success while he's in the background trying to ruin any type of success that they might attain. I'm just glad that things are finally, karma is coming back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah, that stuff is kind of a little bit ambiguous at first, right? Because he still has the reporters on his side. Or at least listening to him, and he could still have that propensity to spin a story in a way that it makes Hye Jun look bad in the public opinion or the court of public opinion, and we don't know what exactly he's going to spread at this point, but he's talking to the reporters. He's like, oh, he used to work for me. I just didn't know he was going to be what is he going to say about Hye Jun that's just going to paint him in a bad light?
He's just one of those characters that is going to hold on to that grudge.
Yeah.
Forever. And he's just going to do what it takes to ruin somebody else's notoriety or whatever kind of success that they're having. He's going to do whatever it takes to ruin it. And oh, man, I'm just kind of holding on to the hope that they'll prevail, Hye Jun. Holding on to hope that Hye Jun and his agent are going to be ultimately successful.
In the wake of his success, obviously he is in this medical drama Gateway, and I have to say, half the stuff he films, I'm kind of just I want to watch these shows that he's in. But of course, they're contrived for the purposes of showing his acting process. But it's kind of funny that the only things they see of these shows when they're watching it on TV, like his mom and his grandpa was watching it in the show, or people who were like, let's put on Gateway, let's watch Gateway. It's just that one scene. I just think it was funny.
Well, it's the one scene that is almost identifying his rise to stardom, right? It's like the one scene that kind of like the fans like he's so adorable, he's so cute, he's so handsome. Like that's that one scene that's going to keep replaying. And for Park Do-ha and Tae-soo, they're like, oh, that's so good. Like that scene is just so good. Like it's received in many different ways depending on who's watching it, right? Like Hey Ho's Hey Ho's mom, you know, she probably feels a little bit of jealousy because it's such a good scene. You know, it's like a star is born. And for Tae-soo and Park Do-ha, they're gonna be so jealous because like Park Do-ha is like, that should be me, like, you know, in that scene.
As much as Hye Jun is having so much success, the show seems to be doing something where it's kind of showing the side effects of that success. Like the people around him are in fact losing business, right? Do-ha is losing the cosmetic campaign. You know, Hayo is not necessarily getting into the hit dramas that he wants to be in, and Hye Jun is, you know, hit after hit. Like one success means someone else's failure. I guess.
And now he just has a new car. He's driving it around, and like we asked the question in the beginning of this video, it was like, what is going to happen to their relationship?
Yes, Hye Jun
What do you
and
think?
JeungHa. Well, I told you while we were watching that Hye Jun and JeungHa would hit a road bump, but then they would ultimately get back together. And then throughout watching the rest of that episode, obviously there exists a potential roadblock in the actress that he's acting with in Gateway. Maybe, I'm speculating here, maybe she tries to seduce him. Maybe I don't want to question his integrity right now, but like something happens between the two. But it's so shaky to speculate that because the end of the episode is them 사랑해.
Oh,
they're
hearts,
just declaring.
It's just like hearts are just like
their love for each other.
I was like looking at you. It was like, is your heart like fluttering all over the place because it's so sincere and there's something so pure about the relationship that yes, they might hit some bumps in the road along the way, but like I feel like this is pure love. Like you root for them even more to be successful, but. Is it ever smooth? Like I don't think it's ever smooth.
I don't think it's ever smooth. You can always kind of project that there's going to be some kind of roadblock or speed bump, but now the speculation comes forward as to what that speed bump and roadblock is. Is it going to be Hayo? Is it going to be JeungHa and Hayo? Is it going to be the actress that he's acting with? Is it going to be his mom, dad?
Well, they just did the saranghae thing and rented a motel room and consummated each other's love. So that's got to be saying something, right? That's got to be saying a lot. So I think their relationship is going to be just as strong as ever. Yes, he's like attaining all of the success. Like the fans are building and his popularity and all of that. Getting busier. But I still think like the purity with Hye Jun and JeungHa, like their relationship is rock solid.
Absolutely. I did tell you that when we were watching as well. I think, you know, they're going to hit roadblocks, but of course at the very end, throughout everything, they're just going to end up happily together. You know, as romances happen, when they hit that roadblock, they find themselves back in each other's arms at the very end, and I think that's what's going to happen.
Or in this case, they find each other in front of the I Like You convenience store.
Yes, that's the place that they're going to be.
Anyway, guys, that is it. This was a lot of fun. We really enjoy this show and this drama. It's so wholesome. There's a lot of purity in it. And it's just a good, refreshing, type of drama. That is it for us, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you liked the video, hit us a like, share, because, sharing is just so much caring. And subscribe if you haven't already. Tap that bell notification for more videos from us so you're notified when we post them. And you have a great and amazing day. We'll see you next time.